Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals, how you doing? Okay, I am back here today decorating some more journal cards because why not? With more mushrooms again because why not? I have these cards. They are just made out of the backs of notepads. They've just been cut into squares and had the corners rounded. Just found them in the drawer and thought, good thing to make cards out of. So that's what I'm going to do today. I have these printouts that I have made. This is a book that I have. I have scanned I have the scans of the pictures inside the book. It's a very old book on mushrooms, funnily enough. And it has some colour plates in it. So yeah, these are just the scanned pictures that have been made small, printed out and coffee dyed. So yeah, I'm going to use those and a myriad of other little bits and pieces that I pull out of my boxes here and just make some cards simply to pop into this new journal that's coming up. So as you can tell, having done this recently quite a bit, I make a lot of cards at once. It doesn't mean I'm going to use all of these cards in the same journal. I will use several of these cards in a journal at once. I don't have any issue with popping the same looking card, a similar card in the same journal. Yeah, that doesn't bother me at all. But what I will do is just use a few. I mean, if I make 10 cards, I can't put 10 cards in a journal, and I've made obviously 10 cards at a time a couple of times with these mushrooms, and there'll be 20 cards in a journal, which is far too many. So I'll use a few and pop the rest in my drawer. Eventually they will pop into other journals. Maybe I'll make another mushroom journal down the track, who knows. But even if I don't, they're cute to pop into another journal. It doesn't have to be a mushroom journal. It can just be an anything journal with a mushroom card in it. So yeah, I will use some of these in the same journal, but not all of them. You're not going to see a journal with 20 to 40 journal cards in it just because I've made them. No, a bunch of these will go in the drawer and go into other projects along the way. But yeah, for this one, we're just going to use these cute little mushroom pictures. We'll see what else I can find. I did actually find a roll of mushroom stickers. They're stamps, faux stamps, but yeah, made into stickers. So over all of those, I'll use one of those on each of these cards as well, just as a bit more mushroomy stuff. And yeah, I'm sure there's something else around here we can pop on. We'll see. I was lucky enough to have these laying on my desk. This is a sort of dictionary page. It's quite thin. It's quite bright white, which I don't usually use, but I like it to go against all these browns. It's the brown card and the brown coffee dyeing, and the white works out well. I was using these strips to repair something else that I had because it's very, very thin paper. It's really good for repairing spines and stuff. It doesn't bulk up the spine of a book if you're repairing pages with it too much. So that's what I was using it for. So I have a few strips here and bits and pieces of scrap, and I still have a few pages lying here. So it just came in handy for this project, which was great. Used up all the bits and pieces that I had left over from repairing other things. Now, I looked at these once I'd finished all of this and decided that it needed a little bit of something else, so I'm going to go and find a stamp and just do a bit of stamping on these because they're just that little bit too plain, so I would like to add something a little extra. I'm really not worried about this being a perfect stamp, so I'm not even putting it on a block. I'm only using a partial amount of this stamp anyway, so a perfect impression is not important to me. I'm just going to leave it on its piece of acetate and just use my hand to press it down into my card, and we'll end up with what we end up with. I feel like these need a bit of a border, so I'm going to use quite a dark ink to ink around them. This is ground espresso, I think. Yeah, so I'm just going to ink around each of these cards and then we'll be done. So I will spare you watching me ink and just skip to the end and show you all the cards together and leave you with a photograph of our finished cards. So thanks for spending your time with me today, guys. I appreciate your company as I always do, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. I'll see you again next time. Bye.